Hello there and Merry Christmas. Hopefully you are having a wonderful holiday, and if you're watching this after Christmas, hopefully you had a wonderful holiday, and if you don't celebrate, hopefully you just had a great December. And I have a gift for everyone watching, and I want to share that with you in addition to the 12 Days of Life Day, which we are also going to announce a winner at the end of this video for a Star Wars Legion foil Ahsoka Tano card. That and this one was provided by Peter. So thank you, Peter, for providing some extra fluff for the channel to give away. This is very, very cool stuff, so I definitely appreciate that. That is going out in the 12 Days of Life Day. If you want to have a chance to enter to win any of our giveaways, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. We also have another prize for everyone watching, so let's talk about it. I love holidays. Of course, I do love Christmas so much, in fact, that I was going to wear a Santa hat or a Christmas hat, except I have a Christmas tree hat, and for reasons that are very mysterious, the Christmas tree hat sort of shows up like this. Wonder why that could be, you know? When we turn it on, it does all of this stuff. And I didn't think that this would be an appropriate way to do a video, so we're going to end the nonsense there. So you got to see just a moment of it. So that was the thing. As I set this down and get back into the video, I want to get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Is merging two holidays, April Fool's Day, which is not necessarily a holiday to some, but I love it, and I love to try and get more and more creative and do interesting and wild things all of the time with April Fool's Day in ways that aren't necessarily harmful or misleading to other people. And a couple of years ago, I did one with the proof of purchases from Fantasy Flight Games. This is kind of just a screenshot of what I'm talking about. I had put together an entire table that was presumably built entirely of proofs of purchase. These things right here. I have saved them for years. Many years of just about everything, starting with X-Wing and Armada, and then Legion, and then games like Star Wars Rebellion, and then things like Twilight Imperium even, and Imperial Assault, and every single product used to have a proof of purchase. And so I decided to turn this into an April Fool's joke where I created a playmat. And I created graphics, and basically I went through this very lengthy process to create terrain out of these proofs of purchase. And I have one of these buildings here. This is and I'm gonna talk about how I did it, and I'm gonna tell you how you can do it with the free files that I'm going to give to all of you watching, absolutely free, so you can have some fun with as my sort of holiday or Christmas gift to all of you, and to say thank you for watching. And if you watch my April Fool's videos, this is the kind of stuff I like to do. Now, I want to talk about a little bit how I did all of this. It started out that I was going to just kind of layer all of these proofs of purchase out, and then just try to build something out of them. And I have some examples over here because I did actually legitimately do that with some pieces. Like I would glue some pieces together and make like barricades. This is one right here, right? You can totally do that. You can make small pieces out of them. But sometimes when your glue becomes a little discolored, I think this was like wood glue that I was using, which kind of dries in like a wood color, which ends up not looking good against the white background of proofs of purchase. So then I said, maybe if I lay them all out to see how many I have, and it certainly wasn't enough to make an entire table out of. And I know there's some people might do stuff like this and pour it onto a table and pour resin over the top of it and do all of that. And that seems like a bridge too far for me and what my capabilities were. So what I ended up doing is I ended up laying them all out, as many as I could, and I took some photos, and I decided to create sheets, and I merged a lot of them together, and there were multiple photos because I wanted them to be high enough resolution that you could actually read and see. And so we have this. It's a massive, like the final file here, just so you guys can see, is a massive file. It's got tons of, and some of these admittedly are duplicated because again, I did not have enough to completely do everything. But there's games in here. There's stuff like from all over the place with Fantasy Flight games. There's, gosh, we have Shore Troopers, Rebel Aces from X-Wing, Home One from Star Wars Armada, VT-49 Decimator from X-Wing, Imperial Stormtroopers upgrade expansion for Legion, the Liberty, and there's cool thing about all of this. I tried to do like a Where's Waldo, because a lot of stuff is there's definitely a lot of things that are duplicated in here, but there's also some hidden stuff. And so I think even if you're not going to use this for how I'm going to describe and how you can do it, there's just so many different ways for you to use this. Like you could literally play like play a Finders game with it, and you're certainly more than welcome to do that. So this is a super fun thing, and I very much dig it. So what did I end up doing? I ended up taking individual sheets of this, printing them out, and putting them on paper using glue and kind of softening them up a little bit, and basically getting like foam board. Now this is a little warped. It's been sitting out in my garage for years, so the moisture and the Florida heat has definitely gotten to it. But I made a lot of different pieces, and I made them all to where they would fit inside of each other, so I could have like 8 or 9 like buildings of varying heights. I've got like height 2 terrain in here. This is one box right here, so basically I used it as like wallpaper to cover and glue pieces. And then I have some pieces like I have stairs, I've a staircase here. And I've got small boxes and big boxes, and I made even this was like supposed to be a tree that's got different pieces of it, and some of the leaves are actual proofs of purchase, where the rest is like the proof of purchase wallpaper. So there's a lot here, and this is a massive file that took I don't know, it took me weeks. I worked on this for weeks. Again, April Fool's Day, I do a lot of work, and my last April Fool's video was also one of my favorites too, where I did like the Tabletop Simulator, the board game. That was a fun one. Funny story about that. I was talking about that in Discord. Tabletop Simulator, the board game, I had been planning for years. I've been wanting to do it, and I finally started doing it months in advance. And then the whole time, I wanted to be able to say, oh, and with Tabletop Simulator, the board game, the module will be coming to Tabletop Simulator soon. You can try it on TTS, which was going to be a little jokeception, but I ended up forgetting to do that. So that's how I made some of the buildings, and what I'm doing is I'm going to host both the individual sheet as well as the massively large, like 60 megabyte JPEG on Crabbok.com. And you guys can get those today. Now, making those little terrain pieces is fine and good, but what do you do with like the big file? Like the little files are fine. What do you do with the big file? Well, I went to Deep Cut Studios. Now, this is not an endorsed or they're fine. They're a good company and everything, but this is not like a sponsored video or whatever. I got like a double-sided mat from them. I got this lava mat here, and this is a 6x4 mat. The file I'm going to share with you is going to work for any kind of print-on-demand mat company or anything like that. This is the other side of it, right? And this is, again, neoprene mousepad material. This is a massive, massive playmat. All right, imagine trying to find, and my challenge for everybody watching is try to find, if you're familiar with Star Wars Legion, there was some drama years ago in the Chicago Star Wars Celebration where they had that Star Wars Celebration exclusive Darth Vader. And I believe that is in here somewhere. It's in there somewhere. I don't know where it is in there. I have looked for it myself a little bit. But it's kind of like a Where's Waldo situation. So yeah, if you think you can find it, it's in there somewhere. But yeah, I'm really curious. I'm really curious where it is. It may have flown behind me in the background because I'm not like reading over everything. But it's kind of cool going through everything, and it's like a walk down memory lane of all the times. And now, Atomic Mass doesn't do this with their games, so we don't get these anymore. So this is kind of a historic little time capsule. And I think it's pretty groovy. Again, you can see where it's been stitched together. There was a lot of work that went into creating all of this. But my funny thing is the Bespin Gambit one right here is like I think paint or something like that stained on there, which is pretty funny. So like some of them are in better shape than others. But it's been a really fun ride. So I wanted to share that with all of you, and it's my free gift to all of you. And what also I'm going to do, if you go to the webpage on Crabbok.com, I've got links if you wanted to see this in action. So if you want to see how it might play out, if it's worth your time to bother trying to get it printed out and to make terrain with it, you can certainly try and do that. If you want to just print some at home and you just do paper mats and make your own tabletop play experience, that's fine. The only thing I would ask, and not demand, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be really cool if you did anything. If you decide to download this and just see if you decide to make any terrain or do a playmat or take it up to another level and do something even more creative with it if you can think of it. If you decide to do that, when you please share it on social media or Discord or Facebook or Blue Sky or any of that stuff. And all of my socials are linked down in the description below. But tag me in it if you would, please, and use hashtag Crabbok. If you're on Instagram or whatever, I'd love to be able to see what you guys come up with, because a lot of you guys out there are more creative than I am, and I love to see some of the stuff that our community puts together. So. And it doesn't have to be just for Legion. Like, I use this as a playmat, for board games, especially for big board games. I use it all the time as a playmat for Star Wars Rebellion. And if you're an old school, I say old school, I'm not even really that old school, but if you're like a Fantasy Flight Games Star Wars gamer, then, these will probably bring back a lot of memories for you. And you can always be like, all right, first person to find, 5 different Imperial Assault proof of purchases wins or whatever. Again, it's literally like a Where's Waldo of proof of purchases. And so I've had this file sitting around for a long time, and I was just like, man, why am I keeping on this file? I should be sharing this. And so that's what I'm doing. It's my Christmas present for all of you. So hopefully you like it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you want to, you can join our Discord, social media links, and all of that. Now, we do have a winner to give away today. So I did talk about 12 Days of Life Day, 12 times throughout December. We're doing giveaways. If you don't claim your winnings by emailing me over at mailcrabbok@gmail.com within 30 days, all of anything unclaimed will roll over into extra Patreon gifts. So it'll go to patrons. So you want to make sure you claim your stuff. Today's Ahsoka Tano foil, which is super, super cool for Star Wars Legion. This is going to, let me see, drum roll please, 000 Raptor. Congratulations, Raptor. Thank you for being a subscriber and for leaving a comment and entering to win. It's as simple as that. Now just go ahead and shoot me an email at mailcrabbok@gmail.com. We'll get your contact information. We'll get that shipped out to you. It's quite simple. There are quite a few things that have gone unclaimed. So if you're watching this and you're wondering if you have won something, you should probably go back and rewatch my December videos, because we've been giving away lots of stuff. And hopefully you stick around into 2025. We'll probably do a blooper reel at the end of the year. I don't think I had as many bloopers this year. I have to go back and see. I still have to edit that. So I've got some post Christmas holiday editing to do, and I'm going to pour through some videos and find some bloopers. Sometimes I'll just put bloopers straight in the video, and sometimes I don't even edit out the bloopers, like the hat going crazy and stuff. I just leave them in because that's fun. Although that one I did on purpose, so that one doesn't really count as a blooper when you do it on purpose. But yeah, that's our video for today. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the day. Have a wonderful time. Get your coffee. Get your stockings done. And if you're not a Christmas celebrator, hopefully you're just enjoying the time off. Hopefully it's a nice, relaxing day for you. And maybe go see a movie. There's a lot of cool movies coming out. I'm thinking about seeing that Nosferatu movie. That sounds kind of cool. I was always into that stuff as a teenager, and I'm like, oh, I want to go back and see it. Although I don't know if it's going to be scary or not. I don't know. We're going to see. All right, well, that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you all so much. Enjoy your family. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Call and check on your friends, and call your parents, and if they're still with you. and tell them you love them. I'll talk to you later. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all. You can't take the sky from me. And Merry Christmas. And always wash your socks.